So, Lindsay Briggs, the Reverend Lindsay Briggs, the Reverend Katie Capurzo Ernst was supposed to be here with you today, and they threw out their back yesterday, and so asked me to fill in for them. When we were talking, they said that their sermon probably wouldn't translate well if I were to preach it, and so we agreed that we would do a meditation. And so this is a meditation that Katie wrote and then I adapted. So what this meditation will look like is it will be a guided meditation, and then we'll have a chance to share with one another, and then we'll close. Take a few moments to look around you. Look up. Look down. Look behind you. As you look around, silently name 3 things that you notice. Now shift your weight in your seat. Shift to one side, then the other, and do that a few times until you find a comfortable position. Close your eyes, or if you prefer, soften your gaze, picking a point in front of you to focus on. Take a few deep breaths in. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. With each inhale, soften your eyebrows, unclench your jaw, relax your shoulders. Try and loosen any tensed muscle in your body. Then fall into a natural breathing rhythm, whatever feels comfortable for you. I invite you to remember the first time you experienced something bigger than yourself. I invite you to remember the first time you experienced something bigger than yourself. Something that made you feel connected to yourself and the world around you. Something that made you stand in awe or take notice in a new and particular way. Bring yourself back to that moment. Where are you? Take a moment to visualize this place in your mind's eye. What did it look like? Were you outside or indoors? Were you there with other people or other beings, like animals? Are there any particular smells or tastes associated with this memory? Any particular textures? As you put yourself back into that moment, what feelings rush in? What did you sense that made you feel connected to something bigger than yourself? Would you give this other being a name? If so, what do you call it? When you are ready, begin to wiggle your toes, move your fingers, begin to shift your weight in your seat, and open your eyes and come back into this space. Now, if you are willing, please turn to the person beside you or someone you don't know and share with one another what came up for you. You can share specifics or general feelings that came up, whatever you feel comfortable sharing. If you are participating on Zoom, grab a piece of paper and a pen and jot down a few things that come to mind. We'll start with 4 minutes, and then we'll check in to see if people need more time. I'll let you know when 2 minutes has gone by.
Check, check, check.
Do you mind if I take it with me? I'll bring it down.
check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Yeah. Yeah.
Friends, we've reached the 2-minute. No big. So switch partners if you haven't already. Is everyone doing on time? Do you need more time? No, you're feeling good. All right. Thank you so much for playing along. So, every week, we gather as a community to worship, to connect with God, to participate in our Christian story of liberation. We participate in rituals like the Eucharist that connect us to something bigger than ourselves, to God, to community, past, present, and future. Part of the joy of gathering together is getting to explore why this connection to something bigger than ourselves, to God, why it matters to us individually and as a community. How does this impact our lives in large and in small ways? Why do we gather on Sunday mornings? Why are we Christian? In the next few weeks, while Lindsay is away, you'll have the opportunity to explore that question. Why are you Christian? 3 Episcopal priests from around the Twin Cities will join you to answer that question for themselves. When Lindsay invited us to preach, she gave us this prompt, and it's the prompt that is on the poster that's out there, but I thought I'd share it with you again in case you didn't see the poster. In 2015, a group of incredible preachers got together to answer the question, why Christian? Now, 8 years later, we've lived through a global pandemic, community-shattering police violence and uprisings to counter it, insanely frequent shootings, states' laws creating a climate for trans genocide, the rolling back of human rights, the climate crisis, the rise of Christian fascism. No one has remained unchanged. So it's the perfect time to ask this question again. Why Christian? There is not one right answer to this question. Everyone's answer will be unique, though there will be commonalities and overlaps. The question, why Christian, might make you want to reach for intellectual arguments, for rational reasons of why you are Christian, for a good argument. But hold off on going to your head. First, go to your heart and listen to your body. Go back to that first memory of experiencing something bigger than yourself. Start there, where the seeds were first scattered. Then follow their roots and see where they have bloomed. Amen.